Hello, duelists, and welcome to the King's Court. Now, this is going to be the next installment in the Locals Report series. I actually managed to finally play at my locals' most recent, most recent Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. It was like four, four rounds. It was like 20 people. I think it was going to be 5 rounds, but it was already close to closing time, and a bunch of people were already dipping, so they decided to cut it at 4. But basically, this is my first reason, and this is a really good and important one because this is actually my first time playing in the tournament using the new Flame Wingman card. I was at my locals and the tournament was going on previous weeks after the card came out, but I had stuff to do, like just the IRL stuff I had to take care of, so I never really had a chance to play till now. So this is my first time using it in this scene, in this sort of aspect, and I'm going to go over my matches. So sorry. If you're new to the channel, for the record, hi, thanks for stopping by. The Locals Report is basically a series where I do where I take a rogue deck, usually, heroes, because that's the main thing we talk about here in the channel, Yu-Gi-Oh-wise. Sometimes I take a few other decks I enjoy, but primarily heroes, and I try to place as high as I can at my locals weekly tournament and come back here and go over all my matches in a storytime style, play by play, and give examples of how the deck performed, some weaknesses that I've noticed, and or any kind of changes I might make. So, before I get to all that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for 134 subscribers. We're rising every day. So grateful. Thank you so much. And don't forget to follow our social media. The link for those will be in the description. And let me know in the comments. I've been hearing a lot of people. So sorry. It's like a thing going around my area. Like everyone's coughing. But what's it? Oh yeah. Now, a lot of people have. I wanted to talk about this in another video I wanted to make later, and I still might do it. I wanted to talk about how it's not like. I still think it's a little too early, honestly, to be hoping for a ban list anytime soon. Like, realistically, we're probably not going to see one until maybe September, possibly, if that. If not, maybe probably late September, who knows? Might be closer to October. You know how Konami is, let's be realistic. We can't really predict these things, so I feel like it's a little too early to start making banlist videos, but a lot of people have been discussing certain cards that they think really are unhealthy for the game right now. Obviously, if you're watching my channel, you've probably seen the other, you most likely have seen, the bigger channels talking about, like, a lot of people, ever since the whole Labyrinth fiasco with Eradicator Epidemic Virus, and a lot of people want D-Shifter gone because Kashtira is so ridiculous right now. So, in all honesty, let me know if there are any cards that you think are just really bad for the game and need to get either banned, like completely get the axe and get banned, or at least minimum need to go to 1. Because because one of those cards is going to be mentioned that cost me in game, I'm not going to lie. So, I'm going to go over that in a bit. So, let me know in the comments what cards you think, honestly, are just really bad for the game right now. So, now that that's out of the way, let's get to it. Let's see. Like I said, this is my first time using the new hero support. And honestly, once you get down using when to use your Infernal Deceiver, memorizing the combos isn't that bad, actually, if I'm being honest. The real tricky thing I've noticed is sometimes going for the combos when you don't need to. Like, sometimes you could easily just make, like, DPE and Dark Law or any of your, that sort of thing, and you don't need to go for this extra stuff. Also, that is one issue if you're using with Fusion Destiny. Unfortunately, since you're going to be locking yourself into Dark Heroes, your Neos is kind of dead in your hand. So that's something I've noticed. So if anyone hasn't used the new Wingman stuff and plans on using them, just be careful with that. Because remember, Fusion Destiny locks us into only being able to special summon Dark Heroes. we can still like, if you have a normal summon, you can still like normal summon like Stratos or something and use his ability to search or even blow up back row. But you can, for the rest of the turn, we're locked into special summoning Dark Heroes, which honestly isn't even that big of a deal. Our best cards are our best stuff is Dark, Plasma, DPE, all that. So, anyways, my first round I played against Eldridge. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen Eldridge in a while. So, what I did was what did we do? I 2-0'd. I managed to. He went first, so he went first, and I managed to. He managed to set up his Golden Land, and managed to set up the Golden Lord and set up a bunch of crazy stuff. Hilariously enough, I was able to actually tear down his stuff and managed to get up a field of let's see. I managed to get a field with Plasma, so I managed to negate his stuff, but Plasma really wasn't doing much against the Golden Lords, so. But the best part is, I managed to set up a field with favorite contact sets. So, in all honesty, next turn I was ready. So, turn 2, he tried to go out for this stuff, and basically, what I did was, I flipped up favorite contact, managed to blow up his stuff, and go into Shining Neos Wingman, and he was at like 7k. It was crazy. Also, I managed. Oh, I also forgot to mention. I managed to make DPE as well. So I managed to have end on a field of DPE Plasma with favorite contact ready. So I managed to end on a field of these three. Now I did a little move that was a little bit unorthodox. Now again, since I was playing against Eldritch, they need their graveyard basically. So I mass changed on Plasma to go into Dark Law. And after that, he was pretty much done because combined with he not only, even if he could get rid of Dark Law, Wingman couldn't be destroyed by card effects. And he was already out of cards in his hand. And so, because of Dark Law banishing his stuff, he couldn't get another Eldritch to his hand. And basically, he couldn't like bounce back any of my cards. So, I was doing pretty good. Like, that was the first game. Yeah, there it is. So, that was the first game. Now, then we went game 2. Now, I decided to go second because I had a feeling he was going to want to go first, and I was right. So, he managed to set up all his stuff, and hilariously, I managed to draw into Evenly Matched. Still don't know why this card is at 3, but whatever. I managed to, although later on in this video I'm going to mention a game where Evenly Matched actually cost me a game. For the record, I went even. I went, 2-2. I lost 2, and I won 2 rounds. But here's the thing. Technically, I won 3 rounds, but I'll go over that in a bit. So I managed to evenly match, got rid of his stuff, and managed to end on a field of DPE and Dark Law next turn. Yeah. Oh, no, not DPE. Oh, yeah, not Plasma. Yep. Basically, from what I learned, just keep summoning Dark Law on anything zombie related and you're good. And that was pretty much it. The guy was cool, and that was pretty much the entire round. I think he was new to, like, not new, but I think he's like started playing again recently because he was asking like, is Stratos and all of them at 3 and stuff like that. I told him yeah, and like I guess he hasn't seen Heroes since back in the day when a hero was still at 1 and Stratos was still banned. So that was great. Those were dark times for hero players. That was dark times for us. So then I went to round 2. Now, This is the person I played against before. Super cool dude. I usually play against him. He's usually playing Sun Avalon. Oh man, that deck is annoying to play against. But no, not this week. This week, he decided to play Kashtira. What's it called? Oh man, that. Oh man, I just went against it. Basically, it was like a Kashtira deck. So already, that's annoying. I mean, what can you do, right? So I managed to win the die roll, and I decided to go first. Right away, D-shifter. Oh man. There's not much you can do. I mean, that's what I meant by earlier at the beginning of the video when I said, what cards do you think are problematic that a lot of people won't? Because that is a card a lot of people really want gone. Like, primarily because of Kashtira right now is the reason everyone wants that card hit. And look, I'm not the kind of guy to go around saying that every problematic card needs to get banned. But I'm not going to lie. If D-Shifter got hit, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Let's go with that. So, I couldn't do anything. All I did was, because the crazy part, I had a stacked hand. I had Ferris, I had Stratos, I had Malicious, Fusion Destiny, Foolish Burial. I had like the perfect hand to go turn one. But again, the D-shifter, so I just played Stratos, searched out, I think I searched out Shadow Mist, just in case something happens. After that, I just ended up setting my Fusion Destiny and Fool's Burial, hoping they could maybe be a bluff. Man, like that ever works these days. And I thought, okay, pass. Couldn't do anything else. Oh man, D-Shifter is such an annoying card. So, that was it from that. He managed to go off. Oh, Vanquished Soul. That's it. Vanquished Soul. That's what he was playing. Kashtira Vanquished Soul, or Vanquished Soul mixed with Kashtira Fenrir. Let's be real. These days, every meta deck is teching Kashtira Fenrir in there, so you can call it whatever you want. Let's be honest. Fenrir is definitely the new, some people call it the new Pankratops, from the Dino Wrestler, but honestly, it's way worse. It's way more powerful and way more annoying. So, basically, he was playing Vanquished Soul, that new deck. And I was actually excited because this is my first time playing against the deck. I remember when the deck first dropped, like the set first dropped for it, and I kept pulling a bunch of them. Yet, ironically, a bunch of dudes wanted them, and I basically just kept selling them off, so I didn't mind. So he was playing that. I'd never seen the deck before. And it was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I think if it wasn't for the whole D-shifter, I could have, definitely done better against it. But the D-shifter held me back way too hard, and by the time I could finally go off, he Nibiru'd me during the game too. Yeah, I was finally starting to make a move after the D-shifter wore off. But then he Nibiru'd me, and I'm not gonna lie, I lost all my stuff. I couldn't come back because I wanted to hurry up and win right away, but it was one of those situations where Nibiru was like, yo, you can't fight it, let's be honest here. So, there goes that. And I couldn't end, so then we went game 2. I decided to go second. He managed to set up these cards, and I didn't really know what they did, but I thought, okay, maybe if I just, negate his stuff, I could go off, but I'm not gonna lie, I was worried about Nibiru again. Oh, no, I went first, yeah. Game 2, I went first. I was worried about Nibiru again, so this is where another thing where a hero lives kind of got me. I paid half my life points, obviously. And I managed to end on a field of Plasma, just Plasma, and Solemn Judgment, because I was citing Solemn still. And I'm going to be real, I might cut this because right now, Solemn keeps costing me like way too much life points, too many life points. So, I mean, it's half my life was already bad enough with a Hero Lives, but using it with this card is honestly just, I think, starting not to be as worked as it used to be. I thought this is an okay field, but I could have kept going because I had an unused denier in my grave and all that. I could have kept going, but I'm not gonna lie, I was, because I got Nibiru the first turn, I was worried about getting Nibiru again. So I guess you can see the jitters has got to me, and he managed to get rid of Plasma. I forgot he. I don't know what the cards were. If anyone knows how they work, I should have solemned his first summon, but I didn't because I wanted to save it because I wasn't sure how Vanquish still worked. I didn't know if they were going to go like for a bigger play, but I let him get his first normal summon off, and then he used this other card in his hand to basically tag out the one he just summoned. And because this is my card effect, monster effect, I couldn't use the Solemn to stop it because the summon was already initiated. You know, one of those inherited things. So because of that, he managed to get a 2400 body on the field, attacked over Plasma, and after that, he just managed to set up a field that I couldn't really deal with. So I lost, and I'm not gonna lie, this is where those jitter sort of things get to you. Moral of that is I should have just went for it, but man, Nibiru is so annoying. I don't think it should get hit, but it is one of those cards that's hard to deal with sometimes. But hey, it happens. The guy won fair and square. I'm not gonna argue that. So that's how I lost round 2. Round 3, I played against Brandon Despia. Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, like I've said a million times, at every locals you see at least 2 or 3 Brandon players, and if you see one Brandon deck, you've seen them all. Let's see. Game 1, I managed to, what's it called? Oh yeah, he went first, and he managed to set up the I didn't even know they were playing this, but he was playing the adventure package in it. He managed to set up his adventure cards, and I drew mostly spells and traps, which is usually fine, but basically I couldn't deal with the Griffin because I couldn't search out any more monsters, because the spells I drew like Mass Change and Poly and stuff like that, and I tried to normal summon Stratos and I couldn't get it off. I mean, I could have, but even if I did, I couldn't really have any other like my Search Ferris. I had no other monsters to discard, so basically I bricked game 1 and he managed to get it. Game 2, now we went to game 2, this is where things got cool. I managed to end up on the field, because I've been practicing the combos for the new hero cards. I managed to end on a field of, what's it called? Where is it? Favorite Contact, Plasma, DPE, and Dark Law. I managed to get like the field we want to see in Heroes. Even better though, I managed to have this set for to be able to go into Shining Neos Wingman, and he pretty much dropped it right there because as soon as he tried summoning anything, Plasma just right away negates his effects, and DP was minusing his attack already, so he pretty much dropped it right there. So I got game 2. Game 3. Now this is what I mean by where I should have gotten it. Sadly, we went into time. Now he went first, so obviously he managed to set up the adventure the adventure stuff and Dragoon. So what I did was I played a Hero Lives. He negated it with that Griffin card, and after that I went Fusion Destiny. Managed to get DPE on the field, and it was already lowering Dragoon's attack. Now I was getting ready to start attacking over his stuff, because not only that, he had no hand either. So I guess he blew through it to summon Dragoon and all them. But unfortunately, so I normal Stratos, his effect went off, and I got Ferris, and I was, like I said, I was ready to go off, but time was called. And because I hero lived, even though he negated it, I still lost half my life points. I lost it as a result of game mechanics. Oh, man. Channel member Michael was sitting right next to me, and even he had that oh boy face. Like, the whole, oh man, that sucks. That sort of thing. Like when you're driving down the road and you see somebody, like their car is like out of order or something, and they're like trying to get like a jump start on their battery, and you're just thinking to yourself, man, that sucks. Yeah, that look. The guy was super nice about it, and we were even talking about other stuff. Like he was asking me, was GX my favorite era of Yu-Gi-Oh? Because hero player. Pretty much everyone who plays heroes, their favorite era is GX. For the record, I like GX, but I think 5D is really cool too. But I would say GX is definitely my favorite. Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite era of Yu-Gi-Oh? Original Duel Monsters, GX, 5Ds, Exel, etc. Let me know in the comments. Man. But there's gonna be a video there talking about why I like GX so much. Talking about GX. That'd be cool. Because I wanted. Okay, now I'm off tangent, but why not? I want to talk about. We do Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, and Pokemon here in the channel. I want to talk about those series other than just like the card games. Don't get me wrong, we love the card games, the video games, and all that stuff. But I want to talk talk about the anime or something. Talk about like the characters in the anime, all that sort of thing. Be interesting. So if you're interested in something like that, let me know. And I might want to start off with like talking about like GX and all that sort of thing. But back to this. So even he thought right away I should have won that. So at the very end of the event, you get packs depending on where you place. So you got to win at least more than you got to win at least 3 rounds to win anything. So again, he was like, I should have won it, and everyone else is around us. We saw that. So instead, he gave me one of his packs. So that was cool. Really nice guy. For the record, I didn't really pull anything good. Let's see. Then round 4 is where I bricked the hardest. And this is like one of the worst bricks I ever had. So, I played against this guy before. He played like Adagnister, but he was playing Super Heavy Samurai. And I've played against Super Heavy Samurai tons of times. So, I knew what to do. For game 1, he managed to set up this field with all his stuff and all that. But it was kind of easy to take apart because I got rid of his back row, like with I hero lived, got Stratos, searched, normal the other Stratos, and got rid of his set card. And from there, I just went off and like used Plasma, negated his cards, used Plasma to absorb one of his big synchros. So now Plasma was super juiced up. And then after I got Plasma in the field, I also managed to get DPE and a ton of others, and he couldn't really deal with that. So DPE plus Plasma is still crazy combination. So he couldn't really deal with that after. Round 2 is where I bricked. Oh man. Round 2 I bricked because I knew, okay, Super Heavy Samurai, he's going to want to go first. So I decided to go second. Now I opened up the card you want to see. I opened up Evenly Matched. And so I let him do his field and all that. And I played Evenly Matched. He kept one of his Super Heavy Samurai synchros. I guess like he couldn't get like a Ford Baron or something. Well, I don't know. So he lost his field. And I normal summoned Stratos, but then I realized, oh crud. Because I opened up double Evenly Matched. Oh man, double evenly. So I couldn't get rid of the rest of his cards. Because I used Stratos, yeah. But I couldn't get any, but he impermed it. Oh, no, not impermed. What's it called? I couldn't get any monsters. I got Ferris, but I couldn't get another monster. So basically, I had to pass because I had nothing else to play. I set the second evenly, hoping, okay, let's see what happens. And then he tries going off again, and I used the second evenly, so he managed to keep one. He managed to keep two of his cards, so he was forced to banish one of his pendulum cards. But even that wasn't enough because he still had the big beater, and all I had was Stratos. So he attacked over it. Okay, then I drew my next card. It was the third Stratos. Not Stratos. Evenly matched. Here I am sitting like a deer in the headlights because I kept drawing evenly and I couldn't get another monster to capitalize the first evenly match. So I should have powered shuffle, I'm being honest, but the time was already it was already getting late. So I guess I was already tired or something. Like I already had a long day that day, but I'm like, okay. So at that point, he had it. He just kept attacking directly with his monsters, and I couldn't really do anything. Then game 3, he had to go soon. So he basically just dropped it and gave it to me. Yeah, no. He won first, but he had to go after that. So I don't know what happened with him, so... I was going off, but he impermed Ferris. And I don't know, I was having bad luck with that because he impermed Ferris and basically managed to also have like Nibiru ready and all that. So I'm like, okay, this is a bad luck. Nibiru is following me everywhere today, so that was pretty much it. So, like I said, I won my first one, lost my second one. Technically, I should have won my third one. And the last one, like I said, my opponent, I technically won because he had to drop. But hey, we take those. Why not? But I'm gonna be honest. I only lost really because I bricked. I don't like to say it that way, but I meant he had no hand traps, and he lost all his field. If I could have just gotten into the moss, but I bricked because I don't know. I guess evenly matched wanted to be my hand that day, so. That sucks, but hey, it happens. So, basically, what I'm learning now is I'm definitely going to cut out. I think I'm going to cut out Solemn from the side deck. I might honestly just start siding Droll and Lockbird because Droll really didn't come up this week. It's hard to really say though if that's really the smart idea because sometimes you just have an off day and like sometimes the cards just don't work out. It's really hard to say if it's the card's fault, if it's like whether or not it's just like what I played against, or sometimes you just draw bad. That's just how card games are. But I'm probably gonna cut out Solemn and start siding Joel and Lockburn on the side because there's some other cards in the main deck I want to start teching, and I'm gonna go over these cards. I might go over these cards in another video, but I want to try because of the new Neos cards. That we played the new Wingman card. Where is it? Because of the new Wingman, and because we play Neos in the main deck now, which I still am really... as someone who's just a big fan of Neos, I'm actually pretty glad we do. So because of these cards, I want to try, honestly, teching these in. In the guy who won the WCQ top 32 with Heroes, he was teching this in, and I want to try this out. I never tried this out in Omni Heroes. It's like the best card in Neos Heroes, but I want to try this out here. I want to try out Crosskeeper in the main deck, see how that works. And I'm also considering trying out Spirit of Neos. I've seen some discussions of this card in the main deck, and I want to give it a shot, so I might go over more of these later and why they can be useful, but for right now, those are just cards I'm really considering trying out. And that's pretty much it for this video. This is the latest Locals Report number 19. I don't know. I'll title it something later. Man, basically, moral of the story: the beer was my number one enemy this week. So, hey, it happens. I broke even. Technically, I would have gotten three. I would have gotten 3-1, but hey, it happens. So, just gotta do better. All right, that's it for this video, and thank you so much for, like I said, 134 subscribers. We'll see you in the next video. Stay hydrated. It's really warm out there these days. Take care. Bye.